Welcome to the Unfuck Your Fitness podcast. I am your host, Christy Castillo, and I'm here to give you real talk and cut the BS so you can actually enjoy building a body you love. I'm a personal trainer obsessed with giving you simple action steps to take you from feeling stuck to feeling sexy. Let's go. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's episode. Today's short, sweet, spicy episode is going to be just a little bit about me and my thoughts on things. And I think it's just going to be fun. I just had an idea to ask on my Instagram stories over on Christy Castillo Fit earlier this week. I kind of said something like, I just want to create a podcast episode where I just kind of answer your questions. So I've been really busy and I haven't done an Ask Me Anything in a while on Instagram, and honestly just kind of been out of it mentally and physically lately. So I thought this would be kind of a fun way to catch up on all the things, allow you to ask me questions, and I can kind of expand on them here in the podcast. And I know it's just nice for me to chat with you and you can get to know me a little bit too. So I don't put a lot of just like a quick little update in each, Tuesday episode or even a Friday episode. Like I don't talk about, I intermix my life into the topics that I'm talking about, but I don't just do a lot of here's my thoughts on X, Y, and Z, which I think would be kind of fun to do every once in a while. So this could be something that I lean into and ask every once in a while on my stories. Maybe we do this monthly, just kind of a, what do you want to know my thoughts on? What do you want to know about literally anything about me? And I'll answer it here. So I thought this would be fun. I cut it down, obviously, to the most asked questions. Is that how I want to word it? I got a lot of the same questions and I wanted to definitely answer those. And then I wanted to answer some fun ones as well. So here we go. First of all, a little life update. Oh my gosh, I feel so tired. Just to be real with you, I'm recording this the week before it comes out. So right before Easter here. And I'm just feeling so overwhelmed. Baseball season has picked up, or started, I should say, for my son. So things are picking up here and moving right along. He's a sophomore and he loves baseball and I love baseball. But yeah, it's just been nuts. I think honestly, also traveling so much lately. We went to LA at the last part of spring break. We went to Dodgers opening day. We went to the Dodgers ring ceremony. So we were in LA for a couple days. I was then home for a couple days and I traveled to the Chicago area to see my friend Erin, who I am creating the new membership with. And we had an amazing time. It was the first time that we had met in person. We talk every week and on video and we talk every day texting, but it was the first time that we had met in person. So it was fun. We just had a lot to do for work and then a lot to just catch up on and hang out and be friends. So that was really, really fun. And then just getting back into life. My son had, I think, like 4 baseball games, doubleheaders last week. And it's just been crazy. And you guys, I can't for the life of me, figure out why as a 43-year-old woman, I have teenagers, I'm in the midst of perimenopause where I don't understand my thoughts. I don't understand, my food cravings are changing. I'm so freaking tired. My blood pressure is under control now with medication. I was so sick the beginning of the year. I just don't understand why God thought it was a good idea to be like, oh, hey, in your 40s, you physically and mentally will kind of fall apart. But you'll also have teenagers to raise and it'll be the busiest time of your life also. So, just good luck with that. I think I'm daily in awe of how much I am struggling to survive. And it's crazy. I can't even put it into words, but there's a little update on me. But life is just crazy. So I have been talking a lot of my stories about just how I'm in a cut. It's going okay. It's not anything to talk about. I honestly cannot hardly form sentences these days. Friends are texting me and I'm I have no energy to get back to you. It is just, I feel like it is madness. Life is lifing. I feel like I'm drowning in it. but I don't even have the energy to like tell people that's how I feel. I'm just like, I want to go to sleep. So anyway, that's how I'm doing. Doing great. So let's get into some questions since this episode isn't all about my midlife crisis. But also, yeah, is perimenopause, like, is your 40s kind of a midlife crisis? Yeah, I think it is. I don't know. Should I do an episode on this? I could have all my 40-year-olds write in and we could just complain about it. That'd be kind of fun. Okay. So let's get into some questions, and in no type of order, I'm just going to kind of give my honest thoughts on these. I have little notes, and then in true Christy Castillo fashion, I'm just going to give you my raw thoughts. Okay. And also let me just say that I am not a doctor. I'm not an expert in any of these. And we're talking fashion, we're talking fast food, we're talking music. So I'm not an expert in any of these. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts. Take them for what they're worth. Okay. I had a lot of questions about my macro-friendly fast food options on the go. Here's my real thoughts on this. Buckle up, okay? Macro-friendly is great. I love that term. I love that, obviously I love macros and I love being macro conscious and all of the things. But remember that you don't always have to eat a macro-friendly option. I'm gonna get into it, okay? But I think like that term, and that is just it sometimes I think people think about it as like, oh, I can't eat anything unless it's macro friendly, or I'm always looking for a macro friendly option, a macro friendly recipe. And I love that. I do. I'm not really knocking that, but I want you to remember too that sometimes things don't have to be macro friendly. It isn't the end of the world. So that's my first thought when people kind of ask like, what are your on the go snacks? And I'm going to get into that in a minute too, but like also remember you can just like have a protein shake and you can have something super high carb that's not macro friendly, right? You can have a combination, and you can also just have a day where you screw up and who cares? So anyways, I'm so basic that I will just get a double cheeseburger, only ketchup from McDonald's. Like I love it. It has a lot of protein. Yeah, it has a lot of carbs, too, but double cheeseburger, right? It's so freaking good. And sometimes I'm like, this is as good as it's going to get for me. And I'm not going to have my family, eat some, like if everybody in the car wants McDonald's and I don't, I'm just getting a double cheese. Like, and that's maybe not as macro friendly, right? But who cares? So I literally so basic here. So I'm not going to give you a ton of options. There are some on my Instagram page that I put together if you scroll back to different options. But for myself, I'm getting a double cheeseburger, only ketchup from McDonald's for no particular reason other than it has quite a bit of protein and it's good. So it's good, and try that. Chick-fil-A has the grilled nuggets. I'm always going to get Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets, ton of them. And I'm going to get the honey mustard because it's so good. Honestly, anywhere else that I eat, I don't really have anything that's a go-to. I'm always going to get something with protein. I'm going to stay light on the sides. And if I always feel like this too, I'm always going to check the calories if I can, be like, ooh, that is a lot of calories. And if it's too many calories for me for the day, I'm just not going to eat it. I'll just wait till I get home, or I'll have a couple of fries, right? But if all of my other meals and my snacks are protein heavy for the day, which they usually are, a little bit of fast food isn't going to hurt. So that's my thoughts on that. Clothes on a budget. Are there good alteration places? So alterations are great. We have someone that we go to for, I've had her do a couple of my clothes and clothing pieces, and she's done my daughter's like prom dresses and stuff. Alterations are great. There's so many fashion influencers on Instagram that find good things on Amazon. I would definitely check that out. Amazon's great because you can send it back. It's like free 2-day shipping. You can send it back if you don't like it pretty easily. So I love that. If you have a lot of weight to lose, don't buy expensive things that you will grow out of. But once you are in a body that you love and you want to maintain, honestly, buy some expensive, capsule wardrobe pieces. Stick to the basics when you are in a body that you love. And I think that's really important to know that, like, yeah, we should buy, cheaper things as our bodies are changing. So alterations are great. Alterations, though, are expensive. So it's sometimes cheaper to just go on Amazon. Marshalls, I love the big comfy, like looking pajama pants right now that they have at Marshalls. The big flowy summery pants are so cute. I love Abercrombie shorts, but you guys, I don't have a ton of clothes. Like I have a ton of workout clothes. I have a ton of sweatpants, and I've got about 2 pair of shorts that fit me right, 2 pair of jeans that fit me right. So I'm skimping over here, but clothes are hard to fit into for anybody. And when you get smaller, when you get, body recomp, when you get more toned, it doesn't necessarily get easier to find clothes. So sorry, I don't have a better answer, but I'm just rambling things off here. My favorite quick snack and protein packed snacks. Here we go. It's also okay to have some snacks that aren't protein packed. Okay. But when you need some, I literally have wrote down here, one thing to learn is that snacking sometimes just needs to be avoided. So, I'm not going to be like, well, eat protein packed snacks or don't eat anything at all. But also sometimes I'll go in to get a snack somewhere with my kids or husband or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need any of this shit. Like, I don't need it. I can wait 30 minutes to get where I'm going and eat a meal. Like, sometimes we don't need a snack. Okay. Sometimes the snacks cannot be protein packed, but also I love protein bars. I love First Form protein bars. I love Bear Bells protein bars. I love Built Bars protein bars. I love protein sticks. I love First Form protein sticks. They are the freaking best. They're huge. They're good. And they're 20 grams of protein. I love Greek yogurt. I love overnight oats. I love tuna fish. I love Kodiak cakes, products. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. What do you listen to pump yourself up for a lifting session? Right now, I listen to mostly Kendrick Lamar while I'm working out. Right before the Super Bowl, my son actually started listening to Kendrick Lamar, and I thought, the song where he screams mustard, and I made fun of it and Squabble Up. I just kind of ripped on those 2 songs. Like, these are so ridiculous. I can't believe you're listening to this. Music just isn't what it used to be. And then the more he listened to it, and I therefore listened to it and learned the words, and I just became addicted. So Super Bowl, loved that. And that's pretty much now what I listen to. I kind of went down a Kendrick Lamar, like his favorites and, like best songs on Apple Music, and added a bunch of those to my Apple Music #gym playlist, I think is what my playlist is called on there. I could actually link that in the show notes if you want to go listen to it. It is a hot mess, but I usually just have my playlist on shuffle and I get right to work. Whatever I'm kind of feeling. I like some Blink-182 sometimes. I like to listen to Nicki Minaj sometimes. I like Doja Cat sometimes. I will listen to Nelly on occasion. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. It's kind of random, like my Gemini personality. All right, next question. Creatine, yes or no? So creatine, just like any other supplement, is one of those things that drives me crazy. Yes, creatine is great. There were so many throughout my journey with weightlifting and health, fitness, all the things. I've heard so many different things about creatine that my brain is kind of mush when it comes to it. But here's the facts. I didn't take it for years and years and years and years and years and years. I've only I don't know if I've ever consistently taken it. I consistently take it during my build phases. I'm consistently taking it right now. I don't know for how long, but I didn't take it for years and years and years and years, and I was just fine. So it's not something that you have to take. It's not something you're going to see huge results from. You might not feel like you're seeing anything, and that's normal. With any other supplement, you're kind of like, am I seeing any results from this? I'm not sure. So it is great for muscle gain. It is good for exercise performance. It is good for recovery. It does support brain function. It has a lot of really, really, really good benefits. So yes, take it. There's nothing bad about taking it, of course, unless your body can't take it, can't digest it. It has things that will cause you problems, then don't, obviously. But creatine does draw water into your muscle cells. So it can increase muscle size. Therefore, by holding on to more water, it will then sometimes increase overall weight. It's not a bad weight. It's not a bad weight gain. But some people feel like they feel fluffy, puffy, gain weight after they're on it. It's not that you've gained fat. It's not even necessarily that you've gained muscle right away. It's that your muscles are bigger. They are filled with water. So keep that in mind when you are taking it. But it is really, really good for many, many different things. Do you have to take it? No, you don't. So there's my thoughts on that. Next question. Favorite date night. This was interesting because just the other night we watch baseball at my house like almost every single day, except the Dodgers were blacked out the other day on MLB Network, and that was annoying. But we were watching, and my husband said, I think right now he said something to the effect of, your favorite date night would be a baseball game. If I could just take you to a baseball game, you'd be happy. So yeah, I think that's actually true. I am not really a sucker for romance. We didn't have a lot of money years ago, went through a lot of financial things. So I have some money issues, but I think our date nights were always like going out to eat and then accompanied to like going to Menards, right? And getting things to fix up the house. And I do love going out to eat, and I do love, sitting and talking and quality time. I also am like a goer. Like I'm not big on just spending just random time. I don't know if that's making any sense, but I do love sushi and I do love just kind of hanging out. But a good date night is like, hey, let's go catch some dinner. Let's get a bundt cake from Nothing Bundt Cake Store. And let's go do a little shopping for ourselves without a budget or without a time limit. Like those kind of things would be fun, and a baseball game. But I'm not a huge sucker for just like a big date night. I don't think that that's my love language, I guess. But it's a really good question. I wish I had a really exciting answer, but a baseball game can actually be the most amazing date night. So call me crazy. Next question. I only have two more. Cellulite. This person wrote in and said, cellulite. I'm lean. I lift weights. I eat well, but I still have it. Could it be my macro percentages? I don't think so. Possibly could be what you're eating, maybe not your macro percentages, but maybe the quality of your food. That could be. It also could just be hereditary. Some people are just super lean, but still have it. And it's just hereditary. So I don't know. And I'm not an expert in this, but there are those massage techniques and those little massage, like brushes or something that have like rolling things on them. This is making no sense. I can't think of the word. But it's supposed to target and help cellulite. I think it helps with blood flow, maybe lymphatic drainage. Some of those types of things may help. I would definitely contact someone who is more of an expert. But those are the things I would try. I'm getting more cellulite as I'm getting more fat on my body, as I'm growing muscle and going into a body recomp. My legs are changing. My glutes are getting bigger. And I notice cellulite on my body. I haven't done a thing about it, and it hasn't bothered me at all. It's normal. But yeah, if you're lean and you think like, yeah, I'm doing everything right, then it could just be hereditary, and maybe working on some of that lymphatic drainage, getting the blood flowing, massaging those areas, those kind of techniques could help. And then just as I was surprised that someone asked about my fashion sense, not really, they just asked about clothing. Someone asked, what are your recommendations for skincare makeup? What do you use? So currently I am using ZO. I think it's literally spelled Z-O, the letter Z-O. So I don't know if it's Zo or Z-O. I think it's Z-O Skin Health. Thanks to my friend Julie. I've mentioned this a couple times on my Instagram stories, but I'm currently using their products, not all of them, but I do use their cleanser. I do use their pads, the skin brightening pads, I think they're called. I do use their exfoliator. I do use their daytime protectant. I do use their retinol. I do use their eye cream. I do use a bunch of their stuff. And then I also just use a cheaper brand from Marshall's. And I do use another cheaper brand of cleanser from Ulta. So kind of all over the place. But ZO Skin Health brand is really, really good, but it's expensive. So my friend Julie, who I've leaned on for some skincare tips, told me that I could use a different cleanser, maybe in the morning and at night, and a moisturizer that's a little cheaper to cut costs and things like that. So if you guys want more of this kind of content, please shoot me a message, and I'm not sponsored by them. So I would just send you a picture of what I'm using and send you on your way. As far as makeup, I'm all over the place. I do not have a brand that I necessarily love, and I don't wear a lot of makeup. I'm currently using Fenty Beauty's foundation, which I do love and I'm obsessed with. Again, expensive. I am also using, I don't know the brand. I'd have to put photos on Instagram on my highlights or something. I can totally do that. But I'm currently using just a skin tint. And then, I use like a cheap Maybelline brow pencil. I use CoverGirl mascara and sometimes different brands. But yeah, every day I put on my little eyebrows. I put on a little bit of eyeshadow. I put on a little bit of mascara, a little bit of blush, and I'm obsessed with chapstick. Like I do like shiny moisturized lips and that's about it. I'm kind of surprised no one asked about my hair care because I do get that question a lot. So to just dive into that a little bit, I do use a blonding shampoo and I do use Olaplex, bonding and a serum. I really, really like those. So I definitely wanted to put these into the skincare makeup section because also we got the Lange. My daughter and I use the Lange blow dryer curler. What am I trying to say? Blow dryer brush. We can use that now. I actually haven't straightened my hair since Christmas because that's when we got it. And it's been amazing. So using the blonding shampoo, using a couple different things. Oh, there's a Kristen S spray also that I use on my hair after. So a couple different things that I put on after before I blow dry makes it so soft. And then finishing off the blow dry with the Lange little blow dryer brush has been amazing and really, really healthy. And my hair has actually gotten a lot longer and it feels really healthy. So that is all of the questions that I have for today. So I hope you loved this episode. If not, then please be one of the people who sends me a message next time I post about it so that you can get in here and I can answer your questions because I would love nothing more than to just read your questions and be able to ramble off my answers. But I really, really do hope that you liked this episode. I always want to just give you my real thoughts and then tell you what I do. And if you want any more information on certain things, if you want links to things, please, please, please ask on Instagram. I am more than happy to put things out on my highlights and, just to let you guys know what I'm currently doing and currently using. And always ask anyways. I can post them on my Instagram and I can also keep them for a future episode. So I always want to know what you guys are interested in and how often you like just hearing about me and from me randomly. It's always good to know. So I will talk to you guys in the next episode.
Thanks for listening to today's show. Go ahead and leave a rating and a review. And of course, follow the podcast so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And I would love it so much if you came to connect with me over on Instagram at Christy Castillo Fit. I will see you next time.